The following BLTV program is brought to you by O'Flaherty Law. Please enjoy.
Welcome to Learn About Law. My name is Kevin O'Flaherty from O'Flaherty Law, and today we're going to answer the question, what is the definition of child abuse and neglect in Illinois? This is a somber video and a tough one to make, but it's an important topic for people to know about. So we're just going to dive right into it. In a previous article and video, we talked about how to report child abuse and neglect to the DCFS and how to remove a child from a parent's custody if they're being abused or neglected. Now we'll talk about what type of behavior rises to the level of abuse or neglect. So there's a bunch of specific instances that the Abuse and Neglected Child Reporting Act lists as basically always constituting child abuse. So we'll go over those first, then we'll talk about a more general, broad definition of child abuse that courts look at on a case-by-case basis. So let's do the specific instances. One is inflicting physical injury which causes death, disfigurement, impairment of physical or emotional health, or the loss or impairment of any bodily function. Now, this can be direct infliction of this injury, or it can also be indirectly causing or allowing such injury to be inflicted. Or, even if such injury doesn't actually happen, it can be creating a substantial risk of such injury happening. Another definition of child abuse is committing any sex offense against a child or allowing such offense to be committed. Another is committing or allowing torture, inflicting excessive corporal punishment, or inflicting any corporal punishment if you are working for an agency and prohibited from doing so. Genital mutilation, giving someone under 18 years old a controlled substance, and involuntary servitude and sex trafficking. So all of those instances qualify as child abuse every time. There's also a broad definition that courts look at on a case-by-case basis to determine whether it rises to the level of child abuse. And this is causing or allowing to be caused any impairment of physical or emotional health. So courts will look at case law precedent to determine whether certain behaviors rise to this level if it's not one of those specific instances listed earlier. So that's what child abuse is. Let's talk about what child neglect is and what rises to the level of child neglect. This is not receiving proper or necessary nourishment, not receiving medically indicated treatment or medical treatment necessary for well-being, not receiving adequate clothing or shelter, being subjected to an environment that creates a likelihood of harm to the child's health or welfare, if the likelihood of harm is the result of a blatant disregard for the child's caretaker's responsibilities, being abandoned by parents or caretakers without a proper plan of care. And also, the definition of neglect includes newborns whose blood or urine contains any amount of certain controlled substances. Now, that's what neglect is. We've talked about what abuse is. Now, there's certain exceptions that the Act carves out that don't constitute abuse or neglect. One is leaving a child with an adult relative for any period of time does not constitute abandonment. A child is not considered neglected or abused for the sole reason that the child's caretaker depends on prayer alone to cure illnesses. And a child is not considered neglected solely because the child fails to attend school as required by law. So that is the definition of child abuse and neglect, including some exceptions. And like I said, we have another video and article that tells you how to report it, who's required to report it, how to initiate a case to remove a child from an abusive or neglectful parent's care. So please look at that or give us a call if you need any help. And if you do need help, please call us at 630-324-6666. That's 630-324-6666. We offer free consultations, and we have offices all around Chicagoland for your convenience. Thank you so much for watching and listening.
Thanks so much for watching our video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Click the subscribe button for new videos every week, and download and review us on iTunes. Visit learn-about-law.com for other legal-related articles and videos. Visit our business podcast and video blog, seizeyourbusiness.com, and visit Making Real Estate Fun for real estate videos and podcasts. Call us at 630-324-6666 for a free consultation.